If you have a chance to visit Ho Chi Minh City, which is renowned by active and modern beauty, you will be so surprised by a 100-year-old pagoda nestled with high buildings and in a bustling commercial center, Jade Emperor Pagoda. In Vietnamese, it is known as Chùa Ngọc Hong. As one of the most visited Ho Chi Minh attractions, the pagoda is a familiar religious place for local people as well as domestic and foreign tourists. History of Jade Emperor Pagoda. Jade Emperor Pagoda was built in the early 20th century by a Chinese man whose name is Lu Minh, who left China and went to Vietnam to live and do business. He is a believer of Buddhism, Taoism, and Confucianism, so he wanted to construct a pagoda to worship Buddha and Jade Pagoda. In 1982, super Buddhist monk named Thich Vinh Quang took over the pagoda. From that, the pagoda has pertained to the Vietnam Buddhist Association. In 1984, Jade Emperor Pagoda was renamed Phuoc Hai Tu. However, people still call Jade Emperor Pagoda because the central chamber is a place to worship the Jade Emperor according to Chinese religious belief. Jade Emperor Pagoda was restored 4 times in 1943, 1958, 1985 and 1986. In 1994, the pagoda was recognized as an artistic and architecture site of national significance. In 2016, Jade Emperor Pagoda had the honor of getting a visit of President of USA, Barack Obama. Legend of Jade Emperor Pagoda. According to the folk conception, Jade Emperor is known as the supreme god who heads and manages all things in heaven and earth. He has the right to decide human fates. Next to the Jade Emperor, there are many other deities helping him govern. Jade Emperor Pagoda has a reputation for fertilization. Couples of husband and wife having no children often pray sincerely in Kim Wa Ton Mao and 12 Midwives' place of worship. Kim Wa Ton Mao is a goddess caring for fertilization on the earth. Tourists who go to this otherworldly pagoda to pray for children are put a red thread on their wrist. If they desire a son, they must pray and hang that thread on the statue on the right. If they want a girl, they hang it on the statue on the left. Then, they rub their stomach 3 times and rub on the stomach of the children's statue under foot of midwives 3 times. Finally, they rub their stomach 3 times again. If their dreams come true, they have to buy fruits, incenses and fresh flowers to go to the pagoda and show their gratitude towards the goddess. Visitors also pray for good chances in love. People believe that only by burning incenses, saying your name and your beloved's name, and touching the matchmaker statue, your wish will come true. Meanwhile, in the central chamber which worships Jade Emperor, a lot of people gather and pray for their health, career, business, with reverent and solemn gestures. Highlights of Jade Emperor Pagoda traditions. In the past, the 9th of January, according to lunar calendar, was chosen to be the date of birth of the Jade Emperor, so on that day, people often prepared many offerings to worship and pray Jade Emperor for their health, happiness, and success. Nowadays, people still obey old traditions, go to the pagoda and worship the deities on special occasions such as Lunar New Year, Buddha birthday, mid-autumn or the first day and the 15th day of each month. Jade Emperor Pagoda is an old large pagoda with an area of 2,300 square meters, which makes a comfortable space for everyone to walk and visit. The pagoda is designed impressively, which bases on Chinese religious architecture style with many pictures and walls decorated gorgeously. The roof is covered by colorful yin-yang tiles. There are some statues on the roof and gables. In front of the pagoda, there is a small temple with a guardian statue. The three-door temple gate is outstanding with meandering lines which looks like the shape of waves. In the middle of the yard, there is a fish tank and a turtle tank on the right where people set free to eager for a quiet life. There are many paintings, statues, and altars made from different materials such as wood, ceramic and cardboard. The pagoda has about 300 statues, including 100 statues made of cartridge papers, presenting the genies meeting the Jade Emperor. Jade Emperor Pagoda includes 3 halls: front hall, mid hall, and main hall. The front hall has a Buddha statue. Tourists often burn incense and pray for wishes when getting inside the pagoda. In the main hall, there are 2 wooden statues of general gods, who tame tigers and dragons, on both sides. This is the place for worshipping Jade Emperor, attracting many visitors to visit and pray for. Besides, there is the altar of Kim Wa Tan Mao, and 12 midwives. This is the most crowded area because many people go there to pray for offspring. On the right of the main hall, Quan Am's statue is put in solemn position. Best time to visit: Jade Emperor Pagoda is a famous pagoda in Saigon. Due to a large number of tourists visiting this site daily, you had better visit the pagoda early in the morning in order to avoid the crowd and enjoy the peaceful and quiet atmosphere here. Jade Emperor Pagoda is placed in the center of Ho Chi Minh City, so it is very easy for you to get there. Depend on accommodations, conditions, hobbies, etc. You can choose any type of transportation suitable for you, namely motorbike, bus, taxi or walking. Each of them brings to you specific interesting experiences. Over 100 years old went by with many changes. Jade Emperor Pagoda remains the timeless charm. Its beauty is a harmonious combination among 3 main religions in the Orient: Taoism, Buddha, and Confucianism. Thanks to the impressive and unique beauty with sacred legend, Jade Emperor Pagoda becomes one of the most wonderful destinations which tourists must visit when they travel to Saigon. Jade Emperor Pagoda, top choice Taoist temple in Ho Chi Minh City. Built in 1909 in honor of the supreme Taoist god, the Jade Emperor or King of Heaven, Ngoc Hoang. This is one of the most atmospheric temples in Ho Chi Minh City, stuffed with statues of phantasmal divinities and grotesque heroes. The pungent smoke of incense, hong, fills the air, obscuring the exquisite wood carvings. Its roof is encrusted with elaborate tilework, and the temple's statues, depicting characters from both Buddhist and Taoist lore, are made from reinforced papier-mâché. The multi-faith nature of the temple is echoed in the shrine's alternative name Phuoc Hai Tu, Sea of Blessing Temple, whose message is clearly Buddhist. Similarly, the Chinese characters Fat Quang Fa Chu in the main temple hall mean, "The light of Buddha shines on all." Inside the main building are 2 especially fierce and menacing Taoist figures. On the right, as you face the altar, is a 4 m high statue of the general who defeated the Green Dragon, depicted underfoot. On the left is the general who defeated the White Tiger, which is also being stepped on. Worshippers mass before the ineffable Jade Emperor, who presides, draped in luxurious robes and shrouded in a dense fog of incense smoke, over the main sanctuary. He is flanked by his guardians, the 4 big diamonds, 2 Dai Kim Kwang, so named because they are said to be as hard as diamonds. Out the door on the left-hand side of the Jade Emperor's chamber is another room. The semi-enclosed area to the right, as you enter, is presided over by Tan Hoang, the chief of hell. To the left is his red horse. Other figures here represent the gods who dispense punishments for evil acts and rewards for good deeds. The room also contains the famous Hall of the 10 Hells, carved wooden panels illustrating the varied torments awaiting evil people in each of the 10 regions of hell. Women queue up at the seated effigy of the city god, who wears a hat inscribed with Chinese characters that announce, at one glance, money is given. In a mesmerizing ritual, worshippers first put money into a box, then rub a piece of red paper against his hand before circling it around a candle flame. On the other side of the wall is a fascinating little room in which the ceramic figures of 12 women, overrun with children and wearing colorful clothes, sit in 2 rows of 6. Each of the women exemplifies a human characteristic, either good or bad, as in the case of the woman drinking alcohol from a jug. Each figure represents a year in the 12-year Chinese astrological calendar. Presiding over the room is Kim Hwa Tan Mao, the chief of all women. Upstairs is a hall to Quan Am, the goddess of mercy, opposite a portrait of Dat Ma, the bearded Indian founder of Zen Buddhism. Outside, a small pond seethes with turtles, some of which have shells marked with auspicious inscriptions. The temple is free to visit, but a number of donation boxes are dotted around the site. There is no strict dress code, but, to be respectful, opt for clothing that covers the shoulders and drops below the knee. The temple tends to get busy most days, so arrive early to avoid the worst of the crowds. Ngọc Hong Pagoda, Ngọc Hong, or call Jade Emperor Pagoda is famous in Ho Chi Minh City for a set of about 100 statues made from cardboard that depicts a meeting of genies with the Jade Emperor. It has now become a favorite destination of tourists. During his recent official visit to Vietnam, Ngọc Hong Pagoda covers a total area of 2,300 square meters at number 73, Mai Thi Lu Street, District 1, Ho Chi Minh City. It is the only place where the Jade Emperor is worshipped in Vietnam. The pagoda was built in 1892 by a Chinese man called Lu Ming with the aim of praying for luck in his business. In 1984, the pagoda name was changed to Phuoc Hai Tu, and since then it has been managed by the Vietnamese Buddhist Sangha. There are many artworks in the pagoda, such as worshipping paintings, statues, parallel sentences and altars made from wood, ceramic and cardboard. The pagoda boasts a set of about 300 ancient statues, including 100 made from cardboard, presenting a meeting of genies with the Jade Emperor. Using only paper and bamboo laths, artisans created lively statues with an august nuance. The pagoda's worshipping space consists of 3 parts, a main chamber and 2 other departments. The main chamber worships the Jade Emperor, the Buddha and genies. The largest statue in the pagoda is the Jade Emperor in a meeting with genies. At Ngọc Hong Pagoda, people also worships Kim Hwa Tan Mao, a goddess taking responsibility for giving birth, 12 midwives and wet nurses taking care of children. Thereby many people go to the pagoda to pray for having a baby and luck for pregnant women. With its serene landscape and cultural and historical values, The pagoda has attracted a large number of visitors nationwide, especially on the birth anniversary of the Jade Emperor on January 9 of the lunar calendar.